Hi, it's Justin Hitt here, and yes, I am Redman. My face is a little red from being outside, so don't adjust your color. Today we're going to talk about how to clean up a list from click-to-mail and in Infusionsoft. So what we have here is a campaign that was sent a few days ago, campaign 3HH8, and it had some bounces. So we're going to view tracking. Tracking is going to show us what addresses were bad. We're going to look up the individuals. Okay, so we find this gentleman here. His address is bad. So what are we going to do? Well, first off, if his address is bad, we are going to clear his address. Okay, no address. We also want to adjust anything like individual type, and that depends on the person. The address was postal cancellation, and I noticed that his email address is bounced. So what we're going to do is we're going to copy the domain name, put it in the URL, put it up here, and we're going to see if the company's still in business. So the company is in business. We're going to go to the contact page, and I noticed that the address here that had a postal cancellation is the same address that I had in the system. So what I'm going to do one time here is I'll copy it back over. A lot of times people don't update their web address, or zip codes change, for example. And we're going to see what's going on here. This is Longwood, Florida. Okay, so we have the exact address off their website. We're going to go ahead and check phone numbers. Okay, I see a fax number here, so we'll update the record with a fax number. Now, this status means non-marketable, so I don't have permission to email them. But the address says it's the same. But here we go. We're going to do one step further.
Our company tried to mail you something about a new report coming. Electrical factors. It came back as post-installation, which often means address. We add. Problem is our address not matched address on your website. No need to respond. Just
Right, address. Okay, so we're going to leave a note here saying, hey, we were trying to reach you. We were unable to reach you because the address was wrong, whatever error it gave. Just checking to see if your website is correct.
wanted to make sure your website was correct. If something changed.
Got a little bit of mystery here.
Let's go.
And we're going to keep track of all the little notes that we send people, because we'll put this into a process later. So this is Nixie, click to mail messages, web message. This might seem like a lot of work, but companies get bought out, they get sold all the time. And we want to make sure the addresses are clean. Now, why do we want to make sure the addresses are clean? Well, because we can't market to people if we don't have their proper address. Now, this person will probably never contact us back. They'll be excited to get an email. But if this gave us an error, we're now, instead of being a pest, we're there to help them. We're there to provide additional information. I see their contract licensing number down here. That would make it easier to find them. But we're not going to chase them down. They haven't asked for a lot of information. There's just an initial contact. So we're going to update the records, and we're going to make sure their web address is put in there. If they had an obvious Twitter or social account, do they have that? See, there's no obvious Twitter or social, so we will not worry about. Actually, they have good partnership with affiliates, which is probably their lead funnel, and then a gallery of commercial work. So this is still an ideal customer. So we're going to save. And if they have a problem again, address-wise, we will clean that up. So that record is done. Let's move to the next one. We've got Alan Emsley. Now, some of these had come back as a postcard. I've got that his Redmond address is wrong. So we're going to go check the website. And let's see if it's the same company. Yes, same company. I see a phone number. Got some YouTube, some Facebook. Open new tab. So we're going to capture his Facebook details. Okay, now we're going to follow. We like to follow as page. Actually, there's a safety class. That's pretty smart. All your folks should have safety classes. Customer service rep. So this is something we want to pick up here. Great example. Every electrical
technician must what do you share that?
Now what's going to happen here is this person is going to see this message. And so they're going to, it's just that another touch. This is an excellent thing that they're doing. So I'm going to share it with the other electrical contractors. I think it's something of value. And because it's a relevant topic, I'm going to create a stub. So a content stub.
CPR.
That's because I know it's related to my disaster recovery programs.
Your team, CPR,
and then I want to make sure there's keywords so we can find it. And it's not going to be obvious to all of the individuals here, but we're going to go ahead and we sent that. Now we're going to like as our page, which means commercial electrical. We like them. Now look at this. We see another contractor down here, and look, we got a better address. So this address forwarded, didn't collect mail. We find a better address over here. Okay, they could have shut down an office. They could have cleaned up something. Okay, so we update the address. Now, what I noticed here is this Black Creek. We're going to go ahead and follow. Again, like as page. Like as your page, because they're a target, they're a prospective customer in general, but we're not going to capture any contact details.
Okay, and we're going to.
Oh, you're happy to your customers' Facebook fans. Okay, this is actually a good one. We're going to share that one too. But since we just shared one, we're going to say, here's an excellent example of
a special offer on Facebook. Tie this back. Tie this back. Other campaign by mail. And a solid stream of new prospects.
Okay, but we're not going to send this right away. We're going to basically, it doesn't give me a choice, so I'm just going to pop it. Again, we are developing, actually I'm going to like it as commercial. Okay, so folks are going to, they're going to wet their pants because they had somebody like their page. Key thing here is we're updating the database. We're also going to come back here. We're going to get to their Twitter, which you're also adding to the database. Now, why do we add this stuff? Well, it makes it easier to track them in the future. And the more you can track, the better you can get response. And so we're already logged in as the commercial electrical contractor. So we're going to follow them. And then we're going to follow Sparky. We're going to follow any electrical folks that come up here. And why are we doing that? Well, we're following the electrical folks. Actually, here's somebody who can reach the same audience. It reaches the same audience. Follow them. Follow them. Nope, we want to follow. Because we want to build this ecosystem. Remember, we're using social media to mine. And we're updating all of our contact information that we can find, but we're also making sure that we're able to mine our prospects. And now we're going to get over to the contact page here. I don't think I have a place to put a YouTube channel, but I do have it in another system. One thing I forgot to do on the other lead was to identify that I've updated this so that somebody on my staff could make sure the records are synced over. We don't have a direct sync. So we got data validation. We just did an update. We want to note that update. Over here we have full contact. Can you see how this helps dominate a marketplace? Oh, see, they got growth. That's always good to see. And we're stalking. That's what social media is about. Now, I don't sit around and do this. I do a video and then I have you guys do it. And then that way it's done regularly, it's done consistently, and I can go off and work on things that are of high value from my skill set. Okay, so we got this here. Now we're just going to nix the address because I've updated in another system. The only reason I've really come over here is to capture their YouTube, because later if I want to feature an electrical contractor and what are they doing on YouTube, I could come over here and see their YouTube channel. I'm going to make sure they're tagged with CEP so we don't lose them in the database. Sometimes this thing strips it off. And Alan's probably a dude. That'll give us our Mr. and Mrs. type stuff. Okay, so we save that. Pop that away. See, they don't have anything going on here. That's okay, though. Angie's list. Now we want to look for anything. This should be contact. Okay, see, they've updated to a P.O. box. That's why the other address failed. And let's see if their faxes number is correct. And fax number is the same. Okay, so they just had a simple address change. We're not going to mess with that too much. And then we move on to the next contact. Butch Pascal. Should be able to do quite a few of these records in a relatively short period of time. Butch may have... He may have gotten opted out with bad address too many times. Oh, look at this. We've got two here. Those would get merged. And now knowing that two got merged here, when we come over to Infusionsoft, we know there's two in this area. So we're going to merge these as well.
Oh. Got a Lana Holton and another Lana Holton.
I want to do the search to see both of them. Now we're going to merge now. We're going to keep the oldest record with the newest updates. It tends to do that. We're looking for, okay, merge and view contacts. Okay, now we got a bad address on 300 Irving. And we've got a website. So while that's loading, I see an error down here. I want to move the LinkedIn down. Got LVH. It's a little bit different website there. That's okay. Update that. Gonna make sure the tags are here. Delete these addresses that were bad. Add the URL.
And this is probably female. Okay, address doesn't seem to be very good.
Grab another address, another tab. You go do this, you do this fast. You run through these records quickly. And then look, if they don't have, if their website isn't working, we don't have permission to email them, their postal address is bad, what do you think we're going to do? Well, we can look up the company phone number to see if they've got a new website, they got bought out, they got changed. Okay, it seems to be the same. Rigging and lighting equipment, contact. That's what we're looking for. Because sometimes looking up the individuals, let me pop back here. Let me show you something right here. Looking up the individuals finds us where they are authorized resellers and other people may be listed. So here's a fax number that we can fill in a blank with. Now in this case, we're going to delete this record because they're not acting. So the address is here, the websites are down. They haven't bought any product from us. Installation wire. Okay, I just want to give you that example. They haven't bought any product, they haven't done anything. So what we're going to do, we're going to tag them delete. And then I'm going to go ahead and get them out of here. So data validation, delete, apply, save. So we delete the records like once a week, but we want to go through and validate. You're validating from the click to mail, which is a postcard that we've sent out. And we do it based on the last campaign. You're going to go through Infusionsoft and clean everybody up. And then you're also going to go through full contact and clean everybody up. When you can't find enough information on the person to validate the record and they haven't bought, they haven't done anything, they didn't come in through a paid lead source, we're just going to dump them, okay? Because we don't have enough permission to keep following up on that person. We dump them by marking them delete and dropping them out of the system. And by marking them delete and dropping them out of the system, we have a couple days of to clean those records up. If you have any questions about this or anything else, this is about keeping your list clean, about keeping your data strong, and managing records. It's an opportunity to expand your web of prospective buyers and to overall improve your quality of your mailing list. Thanks for watching.